Hello and welcome to another episode of Treasures and Secrets of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We're going to be continuing Henry's journey after all the events of the first chapter in Trosky region to the second chapter in the Kuttenberg region, and we're going to start off in the Sukdal Castle. Moving from episode 1 of this region, I will be only covering treasures in specific and books in these videos. Any side quests and that sort of thing I will be covering separately. So without further delay, let's go. When you first arrive in the Sukdal Castle, you're going to have a cutscene. Just go through that, go to bed, and when you wake up, you're going to have the opportunity to basically free roam the castle. All the guards and that sort of thing are on duty, so you have an opportunity to go upstairs and basically search through their dorms and that sort of thing. Again, it is quite a small castle, so it is easily explorable, but definitely I do recommend, looting as much as you can, because there's a bunch of different gears and books and that sort of thing that you're gonna kind of get here. But mainly what we're gonna be looking for, or what is completely missable because you can come back for the rest again into the Sukdal Castle, is a cutscene that will be triggered once you go down into the courtyard. There you're going to find Catherine having a conversation with the captain. So all you need to do is basically go into that conversation and basically get it so that captain is getting you to have a bit of a fight with one of his guards. Just follow that through, and when you do, eventually Catherine will give you one of the best crossbows in the game. So definitely make sure you do that, otherwise this will not be available to you at a later point. Next, we're going to head a bit to the east to this specific location, and there you're going to find a dead soldier lying on the ground, and on his body you're going to find a little bit of groschen, but mainly what you will find is essentially a skill book for training with spears. Now we're going to turn around and head a bit north to just above Sukdal Castle to this specific location, and there you're going to find an area with bit of water that's very neon, so very obvious when you get there, and you're going to find a tent. Next to that tent there is a sack, and inside the sack you're going to find the racing horseshoes, which is one of the best in the game, so definitely worth looting. A bit further off from where we are, we're going to find ourselves in this location, and there we're going to find basically a quarry, and at the bottom of that quarry there's a dead guy. You can loot him. He's got a bunch of stuff, not worth really that much. There's also a cart with a sack inside with a bunch of like armor kits and that sort of thing, so those are at least worth it. But what we're actually mainly looking for here is if you turn around and head up a bunch of scaffoldings, you're going to find like a little ledge. At the corner of that ledge there's like a pot, and inside it is nearly 500 groschens. Now we're going to continue our journey northwards to this location, and there we're going to find a flower wreath that's just hanging at a corner of a broken tree trunk. And when you approach it, you're going to get a prompt, examine it, and when you do, on it you're going to find a gemstone ring and a bunch of herbs. On our way to the next treasure, we're going to head to this location just underneath Rabrosh Castle, and you're going to find a bit of water and that sort of thing. And in the corner, again, you're going to find another pot, and inside that pot, you're going to find 78 groschens. We're going to continue our journey to this location just to the east of Rabrosh, and there you're going to find a broken down wagon that's in this pond and a chest. Just go past it for now until you get to this skeleton. And on the skeleton, you're going to find the key to basically open it, and a couple of other stuff, including savior schnapps and so on. So pick up the key and then turn around and head back towards the chest. Using that key, you're going to be able to open that chest, and inside it, you're going to find a hook gun, a bunch of like essentially scatter shots, and some blacksmith kits and so on. So again, another good spot to really loot early on. Now, if you head a bit north to this location, you're going to find yourself a bit of a surprise. Well, I was, to be honest with you. There, you're going to find the biggest, I should say, Easter egg that's in the game, which is the Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. You got the table with the 7 small little chairs. You got all the feast and that sort of thing that's there. You got the little clothes on the clothing lines and so on. And when you even head into the hut as well, you're going to find 7 little pads that are lying on the floor as well. And on this side, you're going to find a bed with a woman or a girl that's lying there dead with a bitten apple lying on her side. The best one, or the biggest one, I should say, in my opinion. Now, we're going for a bit of a ride to east of Bohanovitz, to this location. This is actually mentioned in one of the side quests as sort of like a reward and that sort of thing for that one. So if you do this early, then you just get a conversation where you say, I actually found it. But this is one of the best loot locations in the entire area. It's like a grave and that sort of thing that you actually dig. And inside of it, you're going to find a whole bunch of jewelries and a ton of groschen. So I recommend doing this as early as you possibly can. Now, we're going to head to Opotovitz. There, because it's classed as trespassing, no matter what, the soldiers that are there will attack you. And they are incredibly powerful. So just be aware of that. So if you want to stealth it or whatever, it's up to you. But first, head to this location. And there you're going to find a destroyed house. And in the destroyed house, you're going to find basically a skeleton. And that's holding a key, which is to do with one of the other chests that you're going to come across in the village, basically. Now, if you turn around and go to the house opposite side of where we just got the key from, there's another house which is called the burned down house on the map. You just need to go through the window and you just need to go to the back of the house. There you're going to find a set of ladders. Just climb the ladders and just go to the corner of the basically this that area top. You're going to find a shield, a sack full of bunch of gears and so on, but mainly you're going to find a chest, and inside that chest you're going to find a bunch of stuff, but mainly you're going to find the Ataman Saber plan. We're going to continue with our plunder of Opotovitz, and now if you head to the back of the village to this location and essentially head towards the barn with the ladders and climb the ladders, you're going to find normally a very hard lock chest. Well, we got the key from the other house. You're going to be able to open it, and inside it you're going to find an amazing jewel and also one of the most powerful saddles as well as some groshens. By now, we've got a whole bunch of stuff from all the soldiers that are in Opotovitz and all the locations that we covered so far. But we're going to continue and head to this house at the top of the village. And there, you're going to find another skill book. We finally have plundered Opotovitz for now. So we're going to head to the west and to this little pond just on the outside. And when you get there, just head to this little island in the middle. And on there, you're going to find another book, just to add a bit more lore, and spectacles, as well as the sketch for Cuman Focus, basically. Let's head to the opposite side of Sigismund camp to this location. And there you're going to find another burned house and another pot. And inside that pot, you're going to find a bunch of herbs, but also a jewel and 291 groshens. We're now going to turn around and head north towards Horshan and head to this specific location first. There, we're going to find a man that's been hanged just next to this little pond. On his body, you're going to find a key that's quite important, so make sure you pick that up and some other stuff. You're also going to find a satchel, which you're going to find King's Die-In, as well as another sketch and some groshens. In Horshan, you're going to go and speak to the catchpole. Again, depending on outcome of some side quests, this might not be available to you. But anyways, this guy will basically tell you about the gamekeeper that's been essentially hanged by Sigismund's army. And you just confirm you've already found his body. And at this point, just head towards his house, which is on the sort of west side of Horsham. Once you get to the house, head to the back of it, and there, in the middle of some bushes, you're going to find another chest, which is normally a very hard lock chest, but you got the key. So open it. Inside, there's some amazing arrows, lots of groshens, lead balls, scatter shots, ton of armor kits, and also blacksmith kits as well. While we're heading towards Devil's Den, make a stop at this hut, and there you're going to find this soldier. Kill him. He's going to have a bunch of loot on him. But inside the hut, you're going to find a whole bunch of stuff, including an amazing crossbow, a shield, some potions, and again, some groshens as well. After a bit of a drink and a chat in Devil's Den, we're going to turn around and head towards Shikoi. On our way, we're going to make a stop at this mill. In that mill, you're going to find a couple of sacks with a bunch of different clothing and so on, and also a unique book. Just outside Shikoi, we're going to turn right and we're going to find Lefty. I know, sorry, that was terrible. But anyway, after a bit of a conversation, he's going to talk about the fact that he's a terrible marksman and that sort of thing, but he makes amazing arrows. And he's not lying. And if you look around, you're going to find a bunch of targets. There's a whole bunch of arrows, which are called black arrows. Just get them. They're completely free. And they are the most powerful arrows that I've come across in the game. And again, he's going to tell you that if you bring him certain feathers, he's going to make you some more. So definitely a must-have, especially for people playing as a marksman in this game. Just to the left of where we found Lefty, we're going to find this hut. And inside the hut, you're going to find a hard lock chest. And when you unlock that chest, inside, you're going to find a bunch of stuff, as well as 121 groshens. Once again, if you head a little bit further to this location, you're going to find another grave. You're going to dig it up, and there inside, you're going to find a whole bunch of gear and loot that you can basically get. Let's head to north of Shikoi to this location, and there we're going to find a house with a bunch of deserters from Sigismund's army. Again, they hold a lot of gear themselves that are worth quite a bit. But what's mainly quite valuable is when you go inside the actual house and to the top floor, you're going to find a chest. And inside that chest, you're going to find a whole bunch of loots, including saddles, some amazing gear, and again, some more sketches and that sort of thing. So definitely a must loot location as soon as you can. As we head east towards Kutna, we're going to find these two locations, which are two bandit camps. The one that's the most important is the bottom one. Again, kill all the bandits however way you want. On one of them, you're going to find a set of keys, as well as a whole bunch of loots. Again, pick up that key. On the first sort of like a hut, you're going to find a chest. Use that key, and inside it, there's a whole bunch of stuff like skill books, saddles. Again, amazing loot. And in the other hut, you're going to find another chest with a whole bunch of loot again inside. And in the top location as well. Again, there's some more bandits. Kill them. They got some stuff. And in the sack nearby, again, there's some potions and some other bits that you can loot. We're going to continue our journey to the east and make a stop at this location. And there we're going to find a hut, which is actually mentioned as part of a treasure map in the underground area of Kuttenberg. And inside, you're going to find a guy that you can kill. He's got some stuff on him, but also inside, again, you're going to find skill books and a bunch of other stuff that you can loot. Just around the corner from where we were, at this location, you're going to find this hut. Head inside, and there you're going to find all keys. Pick them up, and again, just from there, you're going to see a silo. Head towards the hut next to the silo, and inside, you're going to find a chest. And you're going to be able to use that key to open it. And inside, there's a whole bunch of smithing items, as well as loads of lockpicks. If you head a bit further up, you're going to find a burned down forest. There's a whole bunch of locations there. I would say explore them. A couple of different things there. But mainly, head to the top one. And there, you're going to find this sort of like a dug in area into the ground, and there you're going to find a bunch of loot as well as 199 groschens. We're now going for a bit of a ride and just go past Kuttenberg to the back of it, this location, and between some bushes we're going to find a chest with a medium lock. Unlock it, you'll find some goodies inside, a treasure map and so on, and some groschens and that sort of thing, and you also will find key. Now, I'm going to take that key and go north towards the Settlers Monastery, and just next to the Bone Gallery there is like this shed with like a little bit of a stone thing just outside. This one is a bit glitchy, not going to lie, because it's normally a very hard lock. The key should open it, and I've came across it that it did let me open it, but then when I reloaded it wouldn't. Just be mindful of that. But either way, inside you're going to find a book, as well as inside the sack some other stuff, as well as a unique dagger. Just around the corner from the chest in the bushes and on the other side of this little pond, you're going to find this shack, which is called the Love Nest. Again, I'm not 100% sure what is the situation with the key, but again, the same key that we found in the chest will be able to open the door for this. And inside there, you're going to find another skill book and a bunch of other stuff they can basically loot. We're now heading towards the back gate of Kuttenberg, and on our way, we're going to make a stop at this little island in the middle of the river. We're going to get our bow out and hit this nest on top of this tree, and then we're going to go and loot the nest, and inside the nest, we're going to find a key. Now, we're going to grab this key and just go to this chest, which is directly opposite the tree, and open it with it, and inside it you're going to find a skill book, whole bunch of groschens, and some jewelry as well. On our way into Kuttenberg, we're going to make a stop at the gallows, and as we go in, underneath the stairs you're going to find a barrel with sort of like a ring and some other stuff inside, so you can loot that. But when you also go head up the stairs, you're going to find a man that's been hanged. On his body you're going to find some other stuff, and again a map of the underground of Kuttenberg. Just a bit of a disclaimer, this is actually part of a side quest that is extremely missable, and sadly due to a bug that happened to me, I ended up missing it, and I've not been able to replay it again unless I replay the game. But again, I managed to access all these locations and all these stuff on this guy, so at least I can share it with you. We will continue our treasure hunting journey across Kuttenberg region from Kuttenberg in the next part. But in the meantime, if this guide has helped you so far, please do smash that like button, and for more content, please do subscribe as well. I do also stream on Twitch with Aria streams with an extra Z on there, but also YouTube as well. I do cover a number of different games I'm currently playing about, so please do join us on there as well. And if you do have any comment, both in terms of all the contents that's come out so far or stuff that I may have missed, please do leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you. But thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day wherever you are, and peace.